still in process. You pray for me. It's true. I can snap any minute, nothing but the Holy Ghost holding me together. You just don't know. But for me, there are certain writers who accent the darkness of the human predicament. One of the greatest is Giacomo Leopardi of the 19th century. He died at 39 years old. He's a hunchback. He's the finest lyrical poet since Petrarch in the Italian language. And there's Anton Chekhov, who's my favorite artist, who is agnostic, who's full of love. In fact, he has more love than many Christian churches I know, but he's agnostic. Three sisters, Uncle Vanya, short stories. He couldn't accept the Christian conclusion. He would go to church every Sunday with tears in his eyes and would say, the passion, the ritual is too beautiful to be true. So that for me is deeper than many Christians who just go through the motions, even though he was agnostic. So that when it comes to hope, you really are talking about wrestling with despair. The great Goethe used to say, he or she who's never despaired has never lived. It's like Jacob wrestling with the angel in the midnight hour, wounded. New name, Israel, God, wrestler, but haunted by that despair, or what Nietzsche would call nihilism, meaninglessness, hopelessness, lovelessness, touchlessness. Hamlet suffers from the incapacity to love. The greatest figure in Western modern European language. That's a major response. I would argue Socrates suffered from the same thing. He loves wisdom, but he doesn't love his neighbor. That's why Socrates never sheds a tear. He never cries. Anybody who's never cried has never loved. If you've never shed a tear, you've never known what it's like to be deeply in love with somebody, or to lose your mother and father and see her corpse in the coffin. You're going to shed a tear. He's obsessed with self-control and self-mastery. Sometimes you got to surrender and let it overflow. So when we talk about hope, we're talking about that deep stuff. I'm not an optimist at all. I'm a blues man. It's true.